Hello ladies and gentlemen, Yessik Ziiq here again today to bring you another episode of Let's Play Monster Hunter Generations, and you might notice I look like a bit of a freak. This is a result of me mixing and matching armor sets in order to attain a certain result, and basically to cut down on farming times. So the head that I'm wearing gives torso times 2, so every ability on my torso is doubled. The rest is Daimyo Heematar Plus parts. And then I have like an alloy skirt, and that's my set. It's a tiny bit weird, I must admit, but it does give me, if I go to my status here, it gives me health, guard, and defense. So pretty good. Wish it had given me guard plus 2, but I can't get guard plus 2 without getting constitution minus. Doesn't matter though. Doesn't matter. So now I am, let's say, just overpowered for this area. I still give helpful advice, and if you want, I'll move down to a lower level weapon eventually. But for now, let's keep up with this. We're almost in plus rank anyways. And let's do the hunt that we need to do. You might notice I did pretty much all of the Prowler quests off screen because I found it to be very, very annoying. Today we're fighting the Shogun Ceanataur. Ceanataur? I'm never sure how to pronounce that. And it is crustacean infatuation right here. And we actually have to capture it. So I'm hoping I don't accidentally straight up kill it. That's my main concern. Maybe I should use a weaker weapon. I do have a paralysis longsword that I'm looking forward to getting into. Made from the Najarala? And I think maybe that would be a better choice. I'll see if I accidentally fail this. I also have made new item sets. I have the base set, which was supposed to be the base set, but instead it's the base set. I have a hot climate and a cold climate set. Just gotta get myself a poison set now and a cleanse set, and I'll be all ready. But for this, I'm pretty sure I'm taking the hot climate set. And of course, I still have my monster locators, and I think I have already eaten. I have Strong Cat and Rider, so yes, I have. Let's get going. Let's get down to business. And I forgot to close the door to the goddamn. 1 second, guys. Wide open window there with lots of traffic. Okay, so what do they give me here? A map? Lovely. Yeah, of course, they also give me a free trap. I have maximum trank bombs because I just automatically have them. Really should be depositing 3 before I go. So I'm pretty sure it's starting in like area 6 or 5. But if it's not, I do have the Psycho Serums. Let's go ahead and down my cold drink right away, since most of this area is hot. Except for like 1 and 2. And then I'm going to get ready for some paintball action. Don't want to be using those if I don't have to. Like, I spent a lot of points on them, even though they're essentially worthless because you really should know where everything's at. I also did a few just gathering sessions with the cats, with the Prowler. So I'm absolutely fine for random stuff, and I won't have to be stopping to gather anytime too soon. Too soon? Too soon? I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm assuming it's probably going to show up in 6. It could be in 3, though. Let's just quickly poke our head into 3, and then if it's not there, we'll head into 6. Also, I could use downing an energy drink, I just noticed. There we go, take my stamina up to full. This is my last resort. Suffocation, no breathing. Don't give a fuck. What a bad song. It's just so bad, guys. Cut my life into pieces. Sounds like Theory of a Three-Door Nickel Creed. They do that same growly ass singing that they all do. Ah, there we go. Heematar's in a set location because it had to have its little cutscene. Ceanataur? Ceanataur? I don't know, guys. All I know is the sound it makes when it dies. So interestingly enough, this monster has 3 levels of shell break and a level of claw break. So you can break its shell like over and over again, which I am interested to see because I actually have not seen that. Also, things to note about it, other than the 3 levels of break, is that it is weak against thunder. Also, fire and water don't do bad damage against it. Oh man. And it is essentially, well, it's essentially a Daimyo Himitar, but, you know, Hey, I call bullshit on that Eddie meat. That spike came up out of the ground behind me. I do want to get that tier that it dropped right as I came in here. Just seems like a good idea. What do you have for me? Crab Pearl. Awesome. The exact same thing the Daimyo drops for me all the time. Can you differentiate yourself at all from the Daimyo? Your big brother is so much more memorable and successful. There we go. Mount finished. Probably because because of that sick burn about his brother being so much more successful than him. I guess it would be more like cousin in this case. Woo! Oh. That was disappointing. I really thought I could make it there. I really shouldn't take that risk as often as I do, which is all the goddamn time. There we go. By the way, if you want to see us actually having a hard time and fighting monsters that are like above our current level, I would highly recommend watching these stream VODs where I'm not overpowered at all. I'm actually underpowered most of the time and I'm bleeding? This thing inflicts bleed? I think I gotta get out of this area before I bleed to death. To get out of bleed stat, you actually have to crouch. And then your natural recovery actually increases in rate. Never paintballed it either, which is kind of disappointing to me. 1 second. Kind of allergy season, so I have the major sniffles. Not to mention it's hot. So, there we go. Health recovery has increased. Fighting this thing, still haven't gotten to the point where, oh my god. Okay, gotta say, this thing's movement patterns are a lot more annoying. Shouldn't you be moving sideways over and over again since you're a fucking crab? I don't know. I just heard that's what crabs do. Ow. Yeah, I've actually never fought this thing, ever. Like, I think it's from a previous game, so maybe I fought it once in the past, but I don't remember it. And it seems, even though I was just talking about how it does nothing to differentiate itself from its cousin, it seems to have a very different move set, so I can't really give you much advice on it, which I'm very sorry about, although it is knocked over, so good time for a Wyvern Fire? Yeah, good time for a Wyvern Fire. I have a Dragon Blast almost saved up too, but I probably want to use that for when it's actually mounted again. I did actually get a hit off there. I'm actually just gonna wait this out with my shield up. It is very much targeting me pretty consistently, so it knows what the real threat is here. I'd really like to see all 3 levels of break on that shell too, but I'm not sure how easily I'm gonna get that. This might be a monster for a more mobile weapon. Maybe could be going back to longsword here. I decided to go back to gunlance to, you know, show my true colors off a tiny bit. No, you fucking get back here. There we go. I got it. At least it goes to the door that it's going to try to exit through before it exits. Why must you Brexit? It left the Union. Why would you do that? Oh man. That was quite the interesting move. I don't think it really counts as... I was over that claw. This thing is a huge piss off. Some monsters have worse hitboxes for their attacks than others. Anything that has a hip check, or any large monster with a hip check... You on the ceiling, man? Yep, he's on the ceiling. Why can't I... Oh, I'm out of stamina. Let's use this Dragon Blast real quick then. Not sure if I actually hit its shell there, but I definitely did a lot of damage. Dragon Blast level 2 is nothing to joke about. One thing I'm not entirely sure, the weapon arts are based on your current weapon damage instead of just the level of the weapon damage. There's very little info on that type of thing out there right now. Just barely made that one. Need to get this shell and then need to Well, Wyvern fired too early. Didn't even get the break on the shell. If I could, I would have Heartbreaker hella slotted in right now. Accidentally kind of screwed up my my whole jam here. I haven't pumped it up properly. Let's get a quick reload in here. I want to be doing the shelling. Remember, I do have a wide gun lance right now, so anytime I'm not shelling is time I'm wasting. Running low on stamina though. My guess is that it should be ready to capture pretty damn soon. Although not ready enough to... Whoa! Okay, for some reason I thought it was going into another area. It was just burrowing underground. I should have known. If it's going to another area, it will at least have a walking animation first, specifically to show people whether or not it's ready to capture. So I don't actually expect to get another mount off by this in this fight, because I'm expecting by the time I were to get another mount off, it would probably almost be dead. I guess in exchange for not for being a tiny bit overpowered in terms of gear, I could just not use potions. That would be seemingly about equivalent, right? Yeah, I know. Cooling effect has worn off. That's quite unfortunate. It's quite unfortunate to be way too hot in here. Okay, I'm gonna get out now. I'm gonna get out and come on, get down with the sickness. That cooling effect didn't last as long as I expected. Super short. Heat endurance increased, and then let's return. That doesn't look like a limp, does it? Is that a limp? Or is that just him being exhausted? That just looks like a walk, but I'm not sure if I can actually trust that isn't a limp. So I think what I have to do is what a man's gotta do. I gotta lay down a shark trap and lure him into his own capture, so I capture him in it today. I think he might just be like tired and eating. I have to try though. I have a Wyvern Fire just in case it doesn't capture him. Okay, so 1, 2. So I was right. He did not need to be captured yet. Wyvern Fire, hopefully that goes off before. Main objective completed. Lovely. So if you throw 2 trank bombs at a monster and it doesn't go down, you can actually still attack it down to the point where it would go down. And that's what I did just there. I had the feeling it couldn't really take one more Wyvern Fire. I also had a Dragon Blast, but that would have taken longer to actually get off. So it could have broken out of the trap in the meantime. I didn't bother looking, but since it was fatigued, that shock trap would have lasted only 15 seconds. A pitfall trap would have lasted 25, so I would have had a bit more time on that. Pitfall traps generally last longer for most monsters. Except for the... not the Geist Pros. There's one of those birds that are made of rubber. And those ones are completely unaffected by... Oh shit, I didn't even notice I still have my 2 Gatherer felines as my followers right now. Did not notice that. Trip home. Tiny bit awkward, if I do say so myself. By the way, another stream tomorrow. Tomorrow is an HR5. No, tomorrow's an all welcome stream again. So anybody who wants to play, it's going to start at 6:30 East or 6:30 Mountain Time, 8:30 Eastern Standard Time, and you can feel free to join in. It will probably start 15 minutes earlier than that, and I'll have the room code up. But as I progress, it will become like HR2 welcome, HR3 welcome, HR4 welcome, and so on and so forth. Okay, so if I'm not mistaken, that is all of the village quests. Unless I haven't done Serpentine Samba yet, in which case I probably need to do some of the requests to actually get more stuff unlocked. Let me check it out though. So, I had to have done Wrath of the Rathian. Done. Yes. Hungry Eyes. Where's Hungry Eyes? Done? Yes. Okay. Serpentine Samba. Oh, I haven't actually done Serpentine Samba, so I'll be doing that one this episode too. Cool, cool. I thought you guys had seen a Najarala. I am the evil Najarala. You will not escape. Probably should eat, you know, get in good habits. I'll keep the gathering felines with me because I don't really care. And also, I kind of have an intimidating amount of food now, and I don't really like it. I'm gonna just go with Dauntless Pasta. I kind of prefer the old system, in all honesty, because now I just have no idea what dish to get, and no idea what sauce to get, and no idea where any of the possible combinations might be. It's a tiny bit of a problem. Either way, let's depart on the quest. The Najarala is probably one of my favorite monsters just because it's cool and big, but because it's cool and big, it's also kind of easy, like a bit too easy, really. It's bad against ice, pretty bad against water as well. Its weak point is its head, but its head is sometimes a bit hard to hit, so its hind legs are the secondary. It can be flash bombed, which lasts 30 seconds, and the best trap for it is Pitfall Trap, as usual. So I am in an icy climb here. I did not even notice that I would be. Apparently you can use tinged meat on it when it's fatigued too, but I don't have any info on that on my page. So that's alright. Okay, so let's down a hot drink right away. I have no idea where this thing might show up in this quest, so I'm actually going to use a Psycho Serum right away. This is a very unfamiliar map to me. And generally, if you're familiar with the maps, you can take at least an educated guess at where the monsters may show up. So this one's just hanging out in 6. Also, it can change in between sessions where the monster is hanging out. Like, the first time you meet a monster, it will generally be in one place for the sake of a cutscene. But every subsequent time you meet it, it will probably be in another place. Either way, let's get going. Area 6. What have we got, man? Najarala? I don't know. Generally, when I see a J like that in a word, I tend to think it's silent. I could be very, very wrong since it is a Japanese game, but this is an English localization. And the Japanese name for this, I know, is very close to the onomatopoeia in Japan for like a rattlesnake, for rattling. Or actually, maybe that's the English name, is supposed to be close to an onomatopoeia for that. In all honesty, I remember reading about it, but I don't remember exactly what's what. In said his-ow, as you might say. As the kids say these days, all playing their Pokemon Go, and everybody's sick of hearing about Pokemon Go. I'll shut up about it right now. I think I discussed it during stream anyways. Suffice it to say, all the news about it, all the negative press, people would be committing stupid crimes with or without Pokemon Go, and people would be committing near suicide out of stupidity with or without Pokemon Go. Pokemon Go is just a new excuse for the stupidity. Like, it's the newest thing people are being stupid about. It's not inherently Pokemon Go's fault. That's it. That's my opinion piece. That's my little thing I'm doing as a media presence. Ooh, I think I broke a thing. I also have Dragon Blast almost ready. I can pretty much stop shelling all the time and start trying for the second mount here, which would be nice to get before I set off a Dragon Blast, because I would really like the Dragon Blast to be directly on its face. Brakes on this thing, just to let you know, are head, back leg, or back, leg, tail. So lots of different brakes. Often if you have too strong of a weapon, it's actually harder to get all the brakes than easier. Also, you essentially don't want to be doing what I'm doing unless you have a shield and are pretty good at knowing where the Najarala is going to be. Because if you're in the middle of it, it can basically just hit you indefinitely. Got a teardrop there, but I don't think I'm going to have time to get it. Again, Capcom, work on your fucking hitboxes for this game. Like, I know people, I keep saying work on your hitbox, and people are like, but they've improved so much. Improving from literally the worst to generally alright-ish is not an improvement worth talking about. Especially now that they're working with 3D spaces, their hitboxes suck. I can't believe I'm missing this often. This is one of the easiest monsters to hit. And it's just like all the time with the misses. So another thing I was talking earlier about, I'm not sure if my weapon damage affects the arts. I'm assuming it does. But like, does my bar affect the arts? Like, is it a good thing that I'm waiting for my bar to be up at full before I do anything with it? I'd have to assume yes. Now I just have to break its back. I think I've already injured its head. I also think that I'm stuck as hell and I'm not going to deal with it anymore. And in all honesty, oh god, a text message, don't text me. If this is a useless goddamn text message, I'm going to be so pissed. Like, I am very, very much anti-phone. I do not like having a phone, and I generally keep it muted. And people are like, why don't you have a phone? Or I only got my first phone when I was like 23. People were like, why don't you have a phone? I'm like, because if I'm not at home, I don't want you contacting me. Yeah, no, I know it's convenient if there's an emergency, but I don't want you contacting me. You dealt with it for fucking years. You can deal with it now. You do not need me at every fucking moment of every goddamn day. I just don't like being contacted. I like email as a contact method because if I want to talk to you, I'll fucking talk to you on email. I'll deal with it when I have time. So you have to watch out for these things. They will eventually explode and do damage. Seems to be exhausted, and I think that move actually like caused him to go down, which is interesting. Never actually seen that from a distance before, because I'm usually so close in for these types of fights. Not a bow gunner, so not a showgunner. And it's heading off north. This is not a capture quest, so I can just kill it if need be. I'm most of the way to a Dragon Blast again. I did say no potions, and I think I'm going to actually stick with that. I am at full stamina. My health bar is maxed out to where it could be. If I didn't have health plus 2, or health plus 50, which is the second level of the health perk, I'd be almost dead right now, if not actually just dead. I guess unless I had eaten something good. There we go, third mounting. I can't help but notice its back's broken. I think its face is also broken right now. And I also can't help but notice that there's no way it can struggle enough to get out of here. So, time to try to get my... Dragon Blast up, which worked, and I think it hit entirely, which is nice. I don't think it managed to eat. I did break its beak. I did break its back. I'm not sure about its claws. I'm not even sure how to entirely check to see if I broke its claws. That is most definitely a limp, right? Like, it is limping the fuck away. I see you limping away, so go ahead, tell a friend, say it was horrible. I don't see where it's going. Where is it going? Ah, it teleported to area 2. Of course, the only logical thing it could have done. There could have been a tier back there. I don't know. I don't really care. It's going to be going to sleep, so I'm going to pitfall and trap it because, you know, capturing... In a way, it's more satisfying than actually killing the monster. In a way, it's not. Like, if a monster's giving me a real hard time, I'll kill it out of spite. Or if it's too enraged and I don't notice it go down. But I prepared all this capture gear. I'm going to capture it. Went right the fuck to sleep, man. You crash hard. You're like, I'm going to teleport to my goddamn bed. It looks so unhappy. Oh, I kind of feel bad. Look at that frown. That scowl that's going on there. Oh, it noticed me. You don't say. Okay. Main objective completed. I guess I'll be able to tell if I get a lot of, Najarala, if I wound the head, back, legs, not claws. I won't really be able to tell if I got it wounded because they're just things you can get in other ways. Get the shell if you wound the legs. But you can get the shell if you wound the back. It's the only one thing that can drop monster bone large times 2, but there's only a 20% drop rate on that. So I'm not too sure about that. So the blue rewards are of course the rewards from actually wounding it or capturing it. So shell, fang, hide, marrow, fang, hide. No idea what I actually managed to break there. I did at least break its back and its face. I could see that very obviously. I'm gathering felines, keeping my supplies up. Very nice of them. And I think that's where I'm going to call the episode. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please do like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. And I will see you guys next time. Oh, wait a second. I have like this splash title card. There's like a fucking Earthbound thing. If you want some bad audio quality, this is like my first Let's Play and next episode. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.